Welcome back to another incredible installment of
Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas,
Stop.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Oh yeah, Christmas! It's here. We did it.
We
made it.
I'm kind of
We made it through Advent.
caught off guard by that rendition of. Was
You don't like NSYNC?
Well, I thought that was the Backstreet Boys. My bad.
Backstreet Boys. They don't know anything about Christmas.
Okay, is that your?
I love that song. I used to play that when I was at Bishop Kelly. We would play that.
That's why students don't like
at the at the end of the semester when the last class would be over, last final exam, and I would play that just from my phone, from my cell phone on the phone that would go over the whole system, and I would always have some teacher come running down to my office yelling at me because some kid was still taking a final exam or something, and meanwhile. But it'd send us off in a.
Tell me some of the lyrics in that song that would help me become a better person in Christmas. Is it on equal paring with George Michael's "Last Christmas I Gave You My Heart"?
Is this episode about our favorite Christmas songs?
No, I mean some of these Christmas songs.
That George Michael song.
The George Michael song is about a breakup.
At the very next, I gave you my heart, but then you gave it away.
Didn't you tear it apart?
No, last Christmas I gave you my heart, and the very next day you gave it away.
But then
he says, "This year I gave you my." What does he say? I gave you my tears.
This year to save me from tears.
Oh, to save me from tears.
Give it to someone special.
Well, geez.
Well,
sounds like he needs to guard his heart a little bit more.
Once bitten and twice shy, I keep my distance, but you will still catch my eye.
There's some great Christmas songs.
You know, when I was visiting my sister and family and my brother-in-law for Thanksgiving, they made me watch one of those Hallmark films, A Bride by Christmas or something like that.
Oh no!
Oh, it was torture.
I have not ever watched a Hallmark film.
Hashtag keeping it celibate.
Is this
that
something
that will drive me further into celibacy?
Is this something? Is that if I'm questioning my celibacy, I should?
I had to watch a Jack Ryan episode right after it.
I should watch Hallmark.
If you're thinking my gosh, I'd rather be anything else but a priest, watch Hallmark Christmas movies. There's a whole list of them. They had probably 20 of them saved.
No, I mean, I've seen them advertised all the time.
Yes.
They just look such like cheese. They are. But if you fast forward through the commercials, it at least makes them a little less purgatorial. I mean, you're not getting... I just want to watch sports.
Okay, what's your...
That's what I love about Christmas break in a college town. Sports.
Basketball.
I get to go to basketball games.
Okay, do you have another favorite Christmas song? Did you just mumble Jingle Bell Rock?
No. I mean, I love, there's great, hymns, great, Mass hymns, Joy to the World,
Really?
Yeah.
I thought I heard Mariah Carey playing out of your room the other day. Was that Mariah Carey Christmas? Guilty?
I do not have.
Well, you don't have to because you have
Mariah
Spotify
Carey.
and there's Pandora and there's all these things.
I mean, I know to what you are referring.
Okay.
But that's the one where I don't want a lot for Christmas. Da-na-na-na. Yeah, she can sing though, man. She got some pipes, man.
She does.
It's. Do you have favorites?
Maybe "Hark the Herald Angels Sing."
Oh, that is nice.
I think the World War I song. What was that? No, it's not "Joy to the World." What's the song they sang in No Man's Land? "Silent Night."
Oh yeah,
"Silent Night" is always...
Silent Night is beautiful. And I would encourage people, really, some of those songs are so familiar that we don't even listen to the words. But there's some deep stuff there.
Yeah,
all is calm, all is bright, round young virgin.
Anything
and
by
child.
Ricky Skaggs and Kentucky Thunder during Christmas time.
Country music.
We'll go back to Christmas.
Country music mixed with Christmas is a good combo.
Nothing says you're living in the South like bluegrass, red dirt music, and Christmas. And another plug for Wade Bowen's 1225 Christmas album. I mean, come on, you should. Everybody should pick it up.
We're in the studio at Pete 94.3, and they have all these people just like send music and
Wade Bowden. I mean,
that's like an album, an LP.
It is. It's a record, and there's a CD.
That is old school.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Well,
okay. Well, welcome to
Merry Christmas.
Welcome, Father Kerry
we
Wakulich,
just
pastor.
spent 5 minutes talking about our favorite Christmas songs.
I'm the pastor of the currently closed down for the season. Pastor of St. John Catholic Student Center because there's no students around, and I've kind of been moonlighting as a priest here and there on retreat, and then come over and celebrate Christmas Mass with Father O'Brien and Father Duck. It's great. It's a beautiful time of year.
Word. Come on.
Now.
So we're in the Christmas season, and similar to Advent. Remember, we did this Advent episode where we were talking about like during Advent is like the feast day of St. Francis Xavier and Immaculate Conception and
St. John the Evangelist,
Our Lady
on
of
the 27th.
Guadalupe. But now we're in the Christmas season. We don't just celebrate Christmas. There's still like awesome saints and
St. John the Evangelist, 27th.
so St. Stephen is the 26th, John the Evangelist the 27th. You're not even open for your parish feast day.
I know.
Are you going to be here?
No, I'm going to SLS.
Oh man.
Yeah, we're going to SLS with
Do I have
Phoenix.
to? I'm going to have to go over to your parish and celebrate the solemnity of St. John the Evangelist in your parish.
I'm going to celebrate on the road, dude.
Man, that's funky. Okay.
I know.
But then like the Holy Innocents is one of those days. I get them all mixed up because they're all kind of bunched
When's
together.
the Holy Family?
But that's Sunday. That's when this is going to air.
This is one of
the
my
Sunday after Christmas.
Okay, my list of the third Sunday of Advent, fourth Sunday of Advent, Christmas, and the Holy Family, the Blessed Virgin Mary, a holy day of obligation on January 1st. I rarely get to celebrate those masses and preach because I'm at some college conference
I think you need
like
to go
in
to
Phoenix.
a parish. We may need
No priest wants to let me in.
We want to get you moved.
What?
Say what?
Say what? No.
But we are today, this Sunday when this will air is the
29th.
The feast of the Holy Family.
Ooh.
Which has multiple significances to us here in Payne County. One, it is the feast day of the Diocese of Tulsa.
Yeah. And we're in it.
Stillwater, America, is in Payne County. Payne County is in the Diocese of Tulsa, which covers the 26,000 square miles of eastern Oklahoma.
Which is the size of Ireland, by the way.
Yeah, something like that. Exactly. But we're the western edge of the Diocese of Tulsa. So our cathedral, if you want to know like what's your diocesan feast day, what is your cathedral called?
Our Lady's Cathedral.
That's the key.
Oh, it's
so in Tulsa, our cathedral is called Holy Family. So the Feast of the Holy Family is our diocesan feast day. So it's a big day in that regard. Pray for our diocese. But then it's also a day when we look at that Jesus was part of a family. It was not in the immediate a very big family. It was Jesus and Mary and Joseph.
Just the three of us.
And we thought it would be apropos to talk about St. Joseph. Because sometimes in the grand scheme of things, Joseph gets the short end of the stick, straw.
Okay. So I want to start. I've got my hands flying up in the air.
He's getting passionate.
So, I dislike old Joseph. Like the picture of like Joseph with like a side gray fro and like a little tuft of hair on the top.
Bald, yeah.
And bald. What?
Why do you hate that?
Okay, I think it's the same people that are like making God we talked about last week, making God looks like some old cranky dude.
Yeah.
And anytime when you're talking to people and they talk about God, they're like, oh, God's just this old dude. I'm like, okay, thanks, Art, for ruining it for us. The other one is it Joseph? Father, do you realize Mary was like 14 and Joseph was like, he was like 60? Like, How do you know he's 60?
Who says
Look at
that?
this picture.
Oh, from the picture.
Yes,
yeah.
the pictures depict Joseph as an old dude. Now, I'm going to resurrect a defense against Joseph being a young dude, and I'm going to start at St. Joseph's Catholic Church in Hennessy. Have you ever been there?
You know, I remember you mentioned this a couple
Y'all
weeks ago.
need to go inconvenience the priest out there and go. Oh, did I just say that out loud? There's a bison.
Who is the priest?
So the shrine in Bison, Our Lady of Fatima, go down to the church in St. Joseph in Hennessy and look at the image. Mary is like an 18, 19-year-old girl. Jesus is like 4 years old, maybe 3 years old. And Joseph is like 26, 27. He's not an old dude. And Mary is not like, some 14-year-old girl with a 10-year-old son. Joseph is got this image that he's like some old dude. But no, remember what I taught you about that icon of the Holy Family on the road of the thief? And if God came into the world, he would look like this child. The distance between where Bethlehem is and Egypt is not a flat superhighway. I mean, it's not the Autobahn going from, Frankfurt to Vienna. Like, you're just cruising on a flat road going downhill. It's not like, the interstate.
Yeah.
I mean, some of our roads, people don't like driving down in Stillwater because they're really, really bumpy and giant potholes, such as in Duck Street. The road between Bethlehem and Egypt is desert and rocky and rough. And as we know, when you're leaving Jerusalem, there's a bunch of bandits there. Remember the story of the Good Samaritan?
I've heard it.
Bandits everywhere, stealing stuff from people, beating people up. So, okay, one, in order to make that journey, you're going to ask a young dude to do that? Like some old dude.
Okay, no, I'm hearing you.
You're an old dude. You're
I'm
44. You're an old dude, 44. Hey, could you walk 15 miles uphill
Sure.
both ways?
Yeah. Well, I don't want to.
But you got to also protect a family and provide food and water for them, and also manage a donkey.
You make a compelling argument.
Very compelling argument. Okay, so that's one. He's got to make that journey.
So you're saying Joseph
can't be an old dude.
Why is he always portrayed as an old guy?
Because I think people got the scriptures wrong.
Oh my. Okay.
I mean, I think they're interpreting.
No, I think it's because he died. Like we never see him again. Like if Joseph was so young, where is he? Where is he in the life of Jesus?
Yeah,
we get Joseph a little bit at the beginning of the Gospels,
right,
and then he goes away. So I think that's.
But also, Mary goes away too. Mary disappears. She's there on the cross.
Right.
She doesn't say anything.
If Joseph is still alive, wouldn't he be at the cross?
But also, okay, he also has a dangerous job.
If Joseph is still alive, wouldn't he be at the wedding at Cana?
When Jesus is 30? Yeah, but the mortality rate for people,
That's why. So people are like,
right,
well, obviously he died at some point, or he would have been there for all these major events. And so
we assume he's
people
old.
who are old are the ones who die.
Okay. For example,
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Like in Greek, it says he's a tectone.
Yeah,
a tectone is a stone worker.
Yeah,
it's not like someone who's building cabinets. Who's their biggest worry. My biggest worry
when cabinets.
My biggest worry when I'm using such sort of equipment is what? Is I'm gonna cut my fingers off. Joseph is working with hammers.
That's
and
why
rock.
He wasn't at the wedding, because he cut all his fingers off.
I suspect. He had to live a hard lifestyle to support the Holy Family. He had to do a lot of things to take care of this family and to keep them fed and watered and housed. I mean, he had to take them on that journey to Egypt. He had to protect them and maybe even go to battle for them.
So Joseph was a young man.
So Joseph. I'm not saying young man. I'm saying maybe somewhere between.
Not as old as
25 to 35.
Sacred art portrays him.
Yeah.
Because some of my favorite images, there's one at the University of Notre Dame, the Basilica at Notre Dame in South Bend, and it's the death of St. Joseph. And it's Joseph like on his deathbed with Jesus and Mary kind of surrounding him. It's beautiful.
Right.
Beautiful image.
The image that we have over our fireplace that's coming. It hasn't showed up yet. It's arriving. It's Joseph with Jesus holding a little candle and Joseph working on a plane, like doing woodwork and stonework. And this guy was a tough dude. He wasn't an old man. And you know how when, like, if you're a bricklayer, if you're a stone worker, and you get to your 50s, you've lived a hard life.
Yeah.
I mean, those dudes, like
Yeah.
all my family, the Wakuliches that live in New England, are all concrete masons and brick masons. My Uncle Greg, when he was alive, he couldn't move around a lot. He was all beat up from like moving concrete all his life.
Yeah.
It's a hard life. So there's that. There's that.
All right. What else?
Okay. So I think he's both young or younger than most people because of the painting in Hennessy, because of the stories of the scriptures. That's it.
That's it?
That's all my defense of the youth.
I love one of my favorite. Go ahead. What?
Okay.
What?
And so, this is the conclusion to that. That God entrusted the chastity and the virginity of the Blessed Virgin Mary to a 25 to 35-year-old. So you dudes who are 25 to 35 out there,
Step up.
Step up. This is the protection of the family and the chastity of your family and the help of your kids is God is giving to you.
So one of my favorite things about Joseph is if you look up like different titles of Joseph, you learn a lot about him. So this is one I found. This is on the EWTN website, and it's a litany of Saint Joseph. So it's asking for the prayers of Saint Joseph.
Have you ever been to the Shrine of Saint Joseph in Montreal?
Where?
In Montreal, Canada. There's a big church, the Shrine of Saint Joseph. It looks really cool.
Have I been there? Do they have an image there too of him dying?
I don't know. I don't remember. It's a really beautiful church on the outside. It's kind of gray and boring and
Is that where what's his name's buried?
Andre Bessette?
Yeah, I've been there.
You mean the church where my great grandfather's first cousin, Saint Andre Bessette, the patron saint?
Oh. All right, so here's the litany of Saint Joseph. So most litanies, you start out with you say, Lord, have mercy on us. Jesus, hear us. And then God the Father of heaven, have mercy on us. God the Son, Redeemer of the world, have mercy on us. God the Holy Spirit, have mercy on us. And then you ask for the intercession of Mary. Holy Mary, pray for us.
Oh, yes.
And then is this list, and it's probably 20 things, and I'm going to read all of them.
No way.
And it's
You're that literate?
These titles of St. Joseph. All right?
Oh,
so here it comes.
I have a favorite one.
St. Joseph, pray for us. Renowned offspring of David.
Ooh.
Light of patriarchs. Spouse of the Mother of God. Chaste guardian of the Virgin.
Yeah.
To get to your point earlier. Foster father of the Son of God. Awesome. Diligent protector of Christ.
Yes.
Head of the Holy Family. Joseph most just. Joseph most chaste. Joseph most prudent. Joseph most strong. Joseph most obedient. Joseph most faithful. All right.
Okay.
Titles of St. Joseph. There's more. Mirror of patience.
What?
Mirror of patience.
Oh, dang. I need that one, dude.
Lover of poverty.
Okay.
Model of artisans.
Oh, yeah. He's stoneworker, woodworker. Got it.
Guardian of virgins.
Okay.
Glory of home life. How fun is that?
That's pretty cool.
Pillar of families. Solace of the wretched.
Okay. What?
Solace of the wretched.
Solace is like a place you go to like hide. Isn't
Solace would be like,
a place of comfort.
Yeah, a place of comfort.
Of the wretched.
Hope of the sick.
Okay.
Patron of the dying.
Uh-huh.
Terror of demons.
Yes, I love that one.
And protector of Holy Church. Pray for us.
Terror of demons.
Terror of demons is actually pretty awesome.
Why would they think why terror of demons? What do you think?
Because if you're a demon, you don't want to. You're not messing with Saint Joseph.
Saint Joseph bring the hammer. He's like
you're not,
Thor.
Yeah, you're not messing with.
He's more than Thor.
You are not
He's
messing
real.
with Saint Joseph. If you're a demon, you're running in the other direction. Terror of demons.
He brings the hammer.
But then also, I love. A lot of people don't know this. I find when I'm with people who are dying. And you tell them like, hey, pray for, ask for the intercession of Saint Joseph. And I say, he's the patron of a happy death. And that kind of confuses people because people don't think that death and happiness are like opposites.
Okay.
But we would say that, no, a happy death is one where you die, St. Paul, you die in the Lord.
Right
free of sin,
Appreciate
ready for the other side, ready to see God face to face. And so death, if your soul's in a good place, death can be quite happy. Now, if your soul's a mess,
Yozas.
then, your death might not be so happy because you're going to go to purgatory or hell.
Oh, shoot.
So, patron of a happy death, which is
dude.
having Joseph interceding for you at the time of your death. So that's something, if you know someone who's dying, give them an image of St. Joseph.
Let me ask you one. What was it? Something of David? What was it? It was way
renowned offspring of David.
Why renowned offspring of David? Where do we get that from?
So that's in the Gospel of Matthew, when you see the genealogy.
Oh, the genealogy
of Jesus. Usually it's that reading when on a Sunday when the deacon gets up and let me see if I can.
You have to.
It's brutal.
You have to.
It's brutal to listen.
If you're gonna, I remember if you pronounce the name wrong, because it's got all those names, just make sure the next name, which is the same name, you say it too, just the same. It's what's really cool. It's 3 12s. It's 12. So it's 14. It's 3 14s.
Abraham became the father of Isaac.
14
Isaac the father of Jacob. Jacob the father of Judah, etc., etc. So then it gets to Boaz became the father of Obed, whose mother was Ruth. Obed became the father of Jesse. Jesse the father of David the king. David became the father of Solomon, whose mother had been the wife of Uriah. And onward it goes, and it gets all the way to the end. After the Babylonian exile, Jeconiah became the father of Shealtiel. Shealtiel the father of Zerubbabel. Zerubbabel the father of Abiud. Abiud became the father of Eliakim. Eliakim the father of Azor. Azor the father of Zadok. Zadok became the father of Achim. Achim the father of Eliud. Eliud the father of Eleazar. Eleazar became the father of Mathan. Mathan the father of Jacob. Jacob the father of Joseph, the husband of Mary. Of her was born Jesus, who is called the Messiah.
Jacob the father of Joseph.
Jacob the father of Joseph.
Okay, so why do we need Joseph why does Matthew start off with that genealogy and end it with Joseph? Why is that so important?
Well, he's part of the Holy Family.
Joseph is?
Joseph is part of salvation history.
But why does Joseph
plays a critical role?
Why do we need him as part of the line of David though? Like why would they give him?
Then so Jesus, it links Jesus to his Jewish roots. David the king, Jesus the king.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Is there more? Did I miss that?
I really like it because it gives the 3 14 generations. So it spells out the name of David 3 times. 14 is the number for David. And we need Jesus of the line of David. And that's what, it's God uses all these people. He's like, okay, who am I going to pick out? I need to find somebody of the line of David.
Yeah.
And you, Joseph. And what does Joseph say in response?
Nothing. So that is the sort of the crowning achievement, perhaps, of Joseph. And that is, if you did not know this, Joseph never says anything.
A peep. Never says a peep.
You can read the Bible front to back and do it again. You will not hear Joseph say anything. And so, you could make some joke about how men should be seen and not heard, or something stupid like that. But ultimately, it comes down to that Joseph was a man of action. He took care of business. He provided for his family, right? So in that litany, diligent protector of Christ, chaste guardian of the Virgin, head of the Holy Family, providing for his family, model of artisans, providing for his family by the work of his hands. And that is this, when we talk about the nobility of work and the importance of work, look at Joseph. That's the statue we have at St. Francis Xavier. So if you're looking at the altar to the right, is Joseph the worker.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And that was put there as we wanted, of course, an image of Joseph, but of Joseph the worker as a nod to this area of the country, and how do people in Stillwater make a living? Many of them by the work of their hands, by manufacturing, farming,
Cool.
Oil and gas. I mean, by the work of their hands.
Right.
Of course, a lot of people are professors and such, but that was done very purposefully to show Joseph the worker in this very work-oriented place.
Yeah. I was, as we were preparing for the show, I was thinking of Mark Steichen. He's got that song about St. Joseph. Glorious Joseph, we turn to you, foster father, patron true. It's a great jam.
Yeah.
For the Feast of St. Joseph.
So our buddy Mark Steichen, he was a seminarian with us.
And then he quit.
Now he's awesomely married.
And he's a doctor.
And has a small child. Yeah, he's PA in Tulsa. And they had a band in seminary called Filioque. And
really?
That was their band. And
if you don't know the joke, look it up.
He actually wrote that song. He wrote a song about Joseph. He has a great devotion to Saint Joseph, and it's about Joseph being the foster father. Glorious Joseph, we turn to you, foster father, patron true, etc. I need to find that.
Something blessed. We something praise your humbleness.
Yeah, it was great.
It's a beautiful
hymn.
I love that. It's a beautiful
that.
song. It's a guitar song. I mean, played on his guitar. One of the things is this litany. Have you ever read a good book on St. Joseph?
Yeah. Let me find it.
There's a lot of books out there about a guy who never said a word.
Well, there's a book. It's like private revelation. I read it in seminary. It's kind of like the life of Saint Joseph. So there's one called Consecration to Saint Joseph: The Wonders of Spiritual Fatherhood by Father Calloway.
The Truth of Saint Joseph on Sophia Press. I was reading a little bit about that. It sounds pretty darn good. I may pick it up.
Man, I don't know where this book is, but it was kind of the life of Joseph, like told from his perspective.
Oh, is it like it's that author that writes the books, like the spirits, the perspective from from Longinus, the soldier, or Set All Ablaze.
Why can't I find it?
Oh no! I put you on the spot.
All right, I'll see if I can.
Okay, so good people of God, or anybody listening out there, just find the book of Saint Joseph of his perspective. And read it. Maybe
I'll try to find it
during the season of Christmas. We're in it still.
Yeah,
we're on the what day? The third day of Christmas.
Yep.
On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me what? 3 French hens.
A book about
faith,
Saint
hope, and
Joseph.
Love. 2 turtle doves. The Old and New Testament, but also the 2 turtle doves that Mary and Joseph brought into the temple.
And a pear tree.
And a partridge in a pear tree. Maybe do some reading on St. Joseph and the Holy Family.
I think especially for men, especially any of the men listening, husbands, fathers, you should have a relationship with St. Joseph. He should be an intercessor for you.
To get a little statue.
As a husband, as a father. If anyone, whether you're a husband or father or not, if you work by the labor of your hands, you should get to know St. Joseph. He'll help you.
The really good painting is the one we have in our rectory of Jesus and Joseph working together and Jesus holding the light. The one in Hennessy is awesome. I highly recommend you make a trip out to Hennessy, because the only other that painting is in a museum in London. That's a copy made in the 1920s that was originally from like the 1600s.
The one in our rectory is called, you can look it up, it's called St. Joseph the Carpenter. And it's by, he's French. What's his name?
So also during the season, get one of the litanies of St. Joseph, you guys. And when I mean you
by
guys, my
Georges
dudes.
de la Tour.
Okay.
Georges de la Tour.
Georges.
For those of you who don't speak French. Anyway, Joseph is awesome. And I hope he's is a part of your life and is a part of your family life. And we just wanted to give you a little intro to who he is. So a continued Merry Christmas. Don't forget to go to Mass on January the 1st, the Solemnity of Mary, the Mother of God. It is a holy day of obligation.
Pray for the college students around the country who will be in Phoenix for the Student Leadership
Big conference
Summit
out in Phoenix. And then the students will be back in a couple weeks, and we'll be back next week with some other awesome topic that we haven't thought of yet. But we're grateful you're listening, and we wish you and yours a blessed and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.